Hello and welcome back again to Dragon Age Origins. We are playing the Dalish Origin story and we want to explore the camp a little bit more before we continue with our quest. We already spoke to Island and to Juna and Paul. Oh, and we forgot to pick up this scroll. Arthur. Alright. So, what else is there that we can discover? Yeah, I think we had a look at that part of the camp. We spoke to Keeper Marithari. So what's going on here? Okay, everyone who has a name is probably worthwhile talking to.
So you have returned to us, Dalen. We are grateful you are whole and well.
Sure, old man.
Such disrespect you show your elders. At least you still have fire in your belly. What were you two thinking? Wandering in there without first coming to tell the Keeper? Are you that foolish?
Well, he didn't want to go there in the first place. Yeah, Tamlin insisted we go inside.
Tamlin's idea, huh? And you've no mind of your own. I suppose
Apparently
your
not.
youth can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price. Losing you would be a terrible crime, Dalen. You belong to more than just yourself, or do you not remember?
So I made a mistake. Why go on about it?
Ah, the impatience of youth. Obviously, you do not remember why we struggle, or why that is important. Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling.
That is very similar to a scene in the Human Noble origin where there was a teacher who taught little children the history of the Kuzlans. I don't know if I remember all of that tale.
All Dalish should know this tale, and hold its lessons close to heart.
Alright, but you may regret asking.
Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Would you care to begin, Dalen?
Yeah, he's a bit of a smartass. Well, children, it starts with a mommy and daddy elf.
Let us start with the history that makes us Dalish. When we were slaves. Yes, slaves to a terrible empire the humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators, and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery. But the humans would not leave us be. They were resentful, because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants. A war erupted. The humans invaded our homeland in the name of their one god, denouncing our sacrilegious nation. And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the lands. To survive and preserve our culture, the clans stay apart, until the day the Elvenan have a homeland once more. We shall then return the old ways to those of our people who have lost them. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path.
Alright, interesting. I'm not sure if I already knew that part of Elven history. There may have been a codex entry about it, but there have been so many codex entries that I don't remember all of them. So, we are the last Elvenan. Never again shall we submit.
The oath of the Dales, and no smart-mouthed comment. Thank the creators for small mercies. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly.
Yeah, again, I'm going to skip the questions about Darkspawn and Grey Warden, but maybe you can tell us more about our history.
Now that's something I rarely hear. Of course.
Let's see. Tell me about Alathan or Alathan or whatever.
Ah, yes. The Lost City. Before the Shemlen enslaved us, even before they came to this part of the world, our people lived in glorious Arlathan. Legends say that our ancestors were immortal, and we possessed magic the Shemlen could only dream of.
So, do no books record our history?
When the humans enslaved us, they took away our language, our history, and our immortality. We quickened to the pace of life, and retained nothing of ourselves. We were slaves for so long, that even when we became free, there was little for us to recover. If books still exist, I do not know of them.
What happened to the elves who didn't join the Dalish?
They remain in human cities, forgetting all they once had. We call them Flat Ears, but they differ little from their Shemlen masters. A few may return, but we must accept that they know nothing of the lore, or why we keep it.
Do you think we'll ever find another homeland?
We can hope to find a new home one day, where the Dalish and the Flat Ears will build a land greater even than Arlathan. We shall teach the Flat Ears the lore they lost, and perhaps they will teach us to understand the Shemlen at last. That is the only way we shall truly live in peace.
I don't know how I feel about calling them flat ears. It doesn't sound very nice, does it? I think that's all, thank you.
Then I'm sure you have much to do, unless you've other questions.
Did elves ever live in caves?
I've never heard of such a thing. But in the days of ancient Arlathan, we lived free and spread far across the continent. We were as varied as the Shemlen, though fewer in number. Perhaps some of us lived in caves then, but all knowledge from that era is lost.
Alright, I should go.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
Yeah, let's pick up all the loot. And this invisible book.
All right.
Not possible to pick. Alright.
Yes.
Any of the stuff that I just picked up useful for me? Well, it's all basically the same. But that one guy gave me a bow. I think it's this one, but it's basically the same than what I already have. So, yeah. What else is there for me to discover? Another codex entry.
It's going.
Elganan, God of Vengeance. And she has a name.
Anathara, it's good to see you recovered.
So, how are the Hala faring, Marin?
They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem. May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him.
Yeah, he may very well be dead.
The Hala mourn our fallen. No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you.
Yeah, they are beautiful creatures if they like me.
I admire them for their strength and pride. They are equals, not servants like the Shemlen horses. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return.
Alright. Yeah, we already learned about the Hala in the main game. Let's have a look at the chest. And speak to Ashal.
By the creators, it is so good to see you whole and well.
I was so worried.
Enough, Ashal. I don't need to be mothered by you anymore.
Huh. I've raised you since your poor mother died, and that's how you speak to me? I've been outside the Keeper's tent the whole time. I have never been so relieved as when I heard you would pull through. What happened? Everyone says Tamlin may be dead.
They may be right.
That's awful. He's been a good friend to you since you were fledglings. You must be more careful. Your mother and father, may they rest in peace, would be horrified to see you take such risks.
You always say that.
It's true. Your mother was... well, let's not talk about that. I'm sure you have plenty on your mind.
You've never spoken of my parents much, Ashal.
What happened to them is a sad tale, and it's in the past. Reopening old wounds benefits no one.
Yeah, don't we Dalish strive to learn of our past?
True. Perhaps you're old enough to hear this, though it hardly seems like the right time.
Is there ever a good time?
Very well. If I do not tell you now, you'll only wonder. Your mother was a hunter, one of the finest, and your father was the keeper before Marathari. He was with us for a very long time. Your mother was from another clan, and her elders did not approve of the match. She and your father had to meet in secret. One day, bandits caught them alone in the forest. Your father was killed, but your mother escaped.
I always thought they died together.
Your mother held to life long enough to give birth to you. But grief racked her heart. One night she simply walked into the moonlight and never returned.
I don't know what to say.
The clan decided not to discuss this around you, lest it poison your heart with sadness.
I can't believe I've never heard this tale.
Our people have learned to live with much sorrow. It seemed only right that we not dwell on it. Your mother did leave you a gift. Something of your father's for you to have once you were older. Perhaps the time has come.
Oh, where is it?
Take this key. You'll see some chests behind the storage Aravel by the Halapen. One of them was your mother's. Its contents are yours if you wish.
Ooh. That must be the chest that I couldn't open, so let's go back and check that out. So, this is my mother's chest, just standing around here. Oh, and let's have a look at that. Yeah, I definitely take this. And yeah, the bow is a bit better as well. Nice. Alright. I think I have spoken to everyone of interest in this part. So let's pick up this codex and go down and speak to Meryl, I guess. Oh wait, there's a scroll. Let's pick that up as well. Alright. And I see a note somewhere around. Okay. I think now I'm ready to speak to Meryl. Let's quick save.
The Keeper told me I'm to accompany you back to those caves. As her apprentice, I may see something you missed. But our main objective is to find Tamlin, of course. We must make haste. He may not have much time.
Yeah, Fenrir is coming with us. Any objections?
That depends on the Keeper. I thought we're supposed to go alone.
I did ask. She's fine with it.
She is. I suppose I needn't worry about it then. Are you ready?
Alright. Aren't you worried about getting sick?
A little, but the Keeper cured you. How dangerous could it be? Even if I get sick, finding Tamlin or something valuable will be worth it.
I think I'm good on supplies, so let's
Let
go.
us make haste while daylight lasts.
So I guess we go back into the cave. And yeah, she's a mage. That's good. Oh! Wow, those are darkspawn. And I should probably just pick them up while I'm far away. I don't know if I need a clear line of sight, probably.
What were those
Alright.
things? Were those darkspawn?
I don't know.
I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did they come from? Were they here before?
I think I would have noticed.
Let's move on and hope we don't meet any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
I'm fine, why do you ask?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
What are you implying?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, let's continue. And loot. And yeah, this is basically the same way to the ruin. You can even see the bones of our previous victims.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here?
Maybe it belongs to the shaman who found me.
You're probably right. Didn't he say he was headed back to the cave? If so, he's not here now. And we've seen no sign of Tamlin. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that?
What?
Exactly. The forest is too... still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural.
Yeah, we should go back now.
This is our only chance to look for Tamlin. If we leave now, he will be lost forever.
If people only listen to me for once. And more darkspawn. Alright, let me use venom. It's not that I really need it at this moment, but I just want to try how this works. And there's another one.
Die, damn you! Let's do this quick, shall we? All right, that's the way.
And done.
I'm off.
I can't make any new venom because I don't have any flasks. Or any material to craft venom, that is. Alright, here are the runes. Let's have a look inside. What sort of skills do you have anyway? Flame blast and flaming weapon.
I shall.
Well, maybe you can use that.
So these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlin, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about.
You're probably right.
Still, even if he's here somewhere, we need to find his body. Let's just pray we're wrong.
Alright, let's go. Let's use this way this time.
trap. So simple to see.
Okay, let's disarm this. And come on! Don't take so long disarming the damn trap. I see another one around the corner. Yes. I totally see you.
We must fight.
And
Yes.
done. Alright. Oh! Oh! Another one. Another one.
Have at you then. Quick.
Yeah, Fenrir, go off and kill him in melee. Yeah, I don't think there was anything of interest in this passage,
Don't
so...
look now. Trap. So simple to see, really.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. Hold your position, guys. Let's earn some XP
Yes.
by disarming all the traps. Are those everything? Alright, you can come.
I see
Oh, an emissary.
some dark
Things are heating up.
I am here!
Maybe you can flame blast that guy. Like that. And I will use dirty fighting on... Oh, he's already dead. Alright. Now let's kill the last one. If he stops running away. And I leveled up. Very nice.
All right.
Okay, let's have a look at that. And yeah, I will put it all into cunning and dexterity again. Below the belt, stealth. Do I need stealth? I think I want to develop my archery skills first and foremost. Okay, any more traps? Nope. Then let's go and... Oh, it's Duncan. What are you doing here?
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
Yeah, if you heard the fighting, why didn't you help?
I would have, had I not been battling them myself. Not all the kills here were yours, as you can see. My name is
Right.
Duncan, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
Andaran Atishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the Keeper's apprentice.
And I am Fenrir. Did you come here alone, human? Battling all those creatures?
Yes, though I must admit you took a great deal of pressure off me. Your keeper did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger.
We're looking for Brother Tamlin.
So, you and your friend Tamlin both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror.
Yes, Tamlin touched the mirror and I blacked out.
I see. That's unfortunate. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlin too, I presume.
Then we should destroy it, maybe.
I agree. So long as the mirror exists, it is a threat to anyone nearby.
I do not fear this sickness. The Keeper knows how to cure it.
She may have weakened it, but she cannot cure it. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see.
Then what should I do?
First, we deal with the mirror. It is a pestilence and a threat.
So it was Duncan who destroyed it. Interesting.
It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure.
But what about Tamlin?
There is nothing we can do.
But I'm still alive. He could be too.
Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlin has no chance. Trust me when I say that he is gone. Now we should return.
Why not just tell me what the cure is?
It's not that simple. I would tell you more, but I must first speak with your Keeper.
Oh, very well. Let's go back to the camp.
I sense no other darkspawn nearby, so it's safe. Lead on.
I'm relieved you have returned, and I did not expect to see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlin? What did you find of him?
The Grey Warden says we will find nothing.
I see. Meryl, what about the mirror? Did you bring anything back?
I can answer that, Keeper. I destroyed the mirror.
I intended to use it to find a cure for this mysterious illness. I trust you had good reasons for your actions.
There is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was last here.
Let us speak privately within my Aravel then, Duncan. Meryl, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan prepared.
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Dalen, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure.
Very well, Keeper.
Tell Haren Pyvel what has occurred. He now has the sad task of preparing a service for the dead. Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
Alright. So, Pyvel, right, this is a person I need to talk to. And another scroll. Let's pick this up.
So you return with the Grey Warden, but without Tamlin. What happened, Dalen? Is he truly lost to us?
Don't look at me like that. It isn't my fault.
I know it's not your fault, Dalen. It seems the will of the creators that I sing the dirge for those I held in my arms as babes. I think I know why our immortal ancestors would sleep. Swiftly do stars burn a path across the sky, hastening to place one last kiss upon your eye. Tenderly land enfolds you in slumber, softening the rolling thunder. Dagger now sheathed, bow no longer tense. During this, your last hour, only silence.
Yeah, the Keeper wants me to tell you to prepare service.
Of course. We've no body to return to the soil, but we shall still sing for Tamlin. The creators must come to guide him to the beyond. Tell the Keeper, it shall be done before the clan is ready to move on.
Thank you, Haren.
I ask only one thing, if I may. This Grey Warden, You have met him now, yes? Is he a good man?
Yeah, he seems honorable for a Shamlan.
Interesting. What is it he talks to the Keeper about, I wonder? Perhaps you should go and ask.
Yep, I should go.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
Alright. Speak to Keeper Marathari. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to do here, so let's just return and speak to them again.
Your keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
I don't know where you get the idea that I make a good Grey Warden, but... yeah, me, a Grey Warden, this is madness.
This is not madness, Dalen. Your survival depends on it.
The Darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that. But it means joining us.
Can't you just give me the cure?
The cure is only found by joining the Grey Wardens. As sole protectors against the Darkspawn, we're granted some immunity to the taint. But this is not charity. We enlist only the worthy, and you have certainly proven yourself. Should you join, it's unlikely you'll ever be able to return here.
This is very sudden.
A great army of Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight threatens the land. We cannot outrun this storm. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the Grey Wardens against a blight should that day arrive. We must honor that agreement. It breaks my heart to send you away, as it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty, and your salvation.
Well, I don't really think that Asan cares about duty, but if this is the only way to cure him, then I guess he will do it. So this is the only way.
Who knows what the future holds? Here, our paths diverge. You may never find us again. I cannot express my sadness at sending one of our sons off into such danger, away from the clan that loves him. But if this is what the Creators intend for you, Dalen, meet your destiny with your head held high. No matter where you go, you are Dalish. Never forget that.
I refuse to listen to this. No, I will not go.
Very well. You leave me no choice. I hereby invoke the
Oh,
right
dear.
of conscription.
And I witness and acknowledge your invocation, Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
I'm sorry this was not your choice, but the Darkspawn threat is simply too great.
Yeah, this had better be worth it.
We all pay a price for what we must do, I'm afraid.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalen. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go?
Can I say goodbye to my clan at least?
Of course. Say your farewells, then let us be off. We have much ground to cover.
Come then, Dalen. Before the Creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
That's kind of sad, actually. It's not really as sad as the human noble ending, though. But it is sad. Right, so I guess we are already going to Ostagar now, so I guess this will only be 2
We
episodes
will be
this
traveling
time.
south through the hinterlands to the ruin of
Yeah,
Ostagar,
I think we
on the
can
edges of the
skip this
Korkari
cutscene
Wilds.
because I
The
think
Tevin-
it's always the same.
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
Yeah, sure. Let's do the introduction to the king as well. Can we skip the introductions? It's been a long trip. You may have already realized that Aslan is a little bit whiny at times.
I remind you that you speak to the King of Ferelden.
Don't worry, Duncan. You must both be eager to reach your tents. Have you any news before I go?
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
It sounds like the blight is almost over.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everything else is more or less the same, so let's just skip through this quickly. Perhaps this isn't a blight after
So
all.
some believe.
Let's just,
Despite the
skip
victory
this.
so... Yes, we should proceed with the ritual. Until then, I have...
And here we are. Corrupted. Yeah, this was a lot faster than my other origin story so far. But we're done with our Dalish Elven origin story. Again, a good amount of new lore about the Dalish. The ending was a bit sad, but I gotta say, so far the other 2 origin stories, they didn't really affect me that much emotionally like the human novel origin. That was really, really sad. As you may remember, I had some tears in my eyes at the end of that. But it was still interesting, and I really like my elf. So I think he's going to be a good candidate of my first replay character, because I can see him doing some other decisions than Skadi, for example. I mean, if I just, go through the major plot decisions in the game, in the Circle Tower, yeah, I think he would save the mages again, like Skadi and Iduna would, simply because I can't see him sympathizing with the Chandri or the Templars. So I guess he would save the mages, specifically since there are elf mages in the tower as well. In Redcliffe, however, I think he would do it differently. He would probably not go out of his way and go back to the Circle Tower to get help. I mean, he's not cold-blooded, so he wouldn't just, outright kill Connor. I think that is an option, to just kill him. But since Isolde is more or less volunteering to sacrifice herself to save him, I think he would be alright with that. I mean, if that Shem wants to sacrifice her life to save the boy, then sure, why not? Let's do that. So I guess he would take Joan's offer and do that blood magic ritual. I don't think that he would have a problem with that. Then, yeah, I guess he would side with the elves in the elf and werewolf quest. So not cure the werewolves. Orzammar, I suppose he will side with King Balin simply because he doesn't want to fight in the provings. So basically the opposite reason why Skadi chose to side with Harriman. I could even imagine that he would side with Branka. Because, I mean, I think he clearly sees that she is insane. But I honestly think that it's not his business. I mean, why should he care what the dwarves do to each other down there? And at that point, siding with Branka seems like the safer option, because you are being sent into the deep roads to find Branka and get her vote for the assembly. And not siding with Branka kinda endangers that. I mean, eventually you will get your vote from Karadin, but you don't really know that. So I think Asan will simply, you know, go the safer route and side with Branka. So I need her vote. I don't care how crazy she is. And I don't care what those silly little people do down here to each other. So I think he would actually side with Branka. In the Landsmeet, I think he considers himself to be very clever. So I think he will try to persuade Alistair and Nora to marry and rule together, because he thinks that's a very, very clever option. So he will probably do that. Romance. I could see him with Morrigan or Zevran. One of those, probably. And I'm pretty sure he will also take Morrigan's ritual, because he doesn't want to die. So yeah, he doesn't even have second thoughts about that. He will jump to that offer quickly. So yeah, definitely a few different decisions than Skadi would. And the smaller quests, like I said, he will always try to avoid battles and look for solutions that are somehow to his own advantage, I believe. So yeah, it would be interesting to play with him. But our journey ends here for now, and tomorrow we will begin with the City Elf origin. So thank you for watching, and see you again in the next episode.